Sunday at the Thunderdome in Mudtown. We've got kart racing. Kart racing. Kart racing. Kart racing. Starring some idiot and his obese cat and moronic dog. Some woman and another cat. Some mutant mouse that can drive a car. And some cat nobody's seen before. All here. All racing. Where did all these cats come from? Sunday at the Thunderdome. Stay for the race and get a free tray of lasagna. Did I say Sunday at the Thunderdome? I hate my job. Sunday.
Okay, so Garfield Kart Furious Racing, which I'm just going to call Garfield Kart for short now, is your basic kart racing game featuring Garfield and friends. But not really like the Garfield and Friends cartoon from the 80s. No, this is the new Garfield, the 3D Garfield. Anyway, there's no story. It's basically just an excuse to mess around in a racing game with a bunch of Garfield characters. The cast isn't huge, but you've got all the major characters. Garfield, Odie, John the Loser. Oh, don't be like that. We all know he is one. We all know a John. He's lovable, but he's that guy that thinks that socks with sandals are fashionable. His girlfriend Liz, whose self-respect is actually low enough that she's dating John, Garfield's whatever the cat version of a girlfriend is, normal, some mouse, and also some jerk-off cat that I've never seen before that I'm sure they added to the new show and gave him some quirky yet lovable quality to make him one of the gang. Missing from the group is Orson the pig, that jerk rooster, and all the other farm animals. The graphics are simple, but they get the job done. Don't go in expecting Skyrim, and you'll be fine. The music is your typical generic cartoon music too. It sounded like they had a different song for every level though, so props for that. The characters don't actually say anything though. Like they just kind of hoot at everything. It's weird. Like they couldn't pay someone $100 to say, lasagna, or I hate Mondays into a microphone. I would have done it. The gameplay itself is actually pretty solid. There were only a couple of weird bugs that I encountered when playing, but nothing game-breaking, and it really didn't hurt my enjoyment of it at all that much. You've got all the Mario Kart staples here, replaced with the more Garfield-y items, I guess. Instead of turtle shells, you get pies, for example. Instead of the lightning bolt, there's a pillow that puts everybody to sleep temporarily. The blue shell is replaced by UFOs, and the list goes on. There's one item that is sure to be rage-inducing though, and it's the magic wand. You basically hit a target with it up ahead of you, and you switch places with them. I would really enjoy doing that to my friends just to watch their reaction. And the tracks are fine too. You have all the different types of tracks here. You got the neighborhood, the farm, the haunted castle, the Egyptian tomb, and so on. Again, they're kind of simple, but I'm pretty sure that what they were going for here was simple. There are shortcuts in each track, so if you learn them in theory, then you could fly past the competition, though some of them are only accessible by a spring item you randomly pick up from the item boxes. And you want to be deliberate with those to pick up the puzzle pieces scattered in each track in order to open up pictures in the gallery. I guess. If galleries are your thing. Speaking of extras, beating tracks unlocks hats for the characters to wear also that provide various bonuses. Beat the track on the harder difficulties and you'll unlock more powerful versions of those hats. Getting first in every race in Grand Prix mode also unlocks spoilers for the karts that'll also have special stat bonuses. So there's actually a fair amount to get in this game, and seeing all the characters with weird hats on while racing is actually kind of funny. Now, unlocking those more powerful hats will get tough after a while though. The difficulty spike from the 50cc races to the 100cc and 150cc can get pretty steep. I'll say that the computer on 50cc is pretty stupid, and someone could probably stab you in the top of the head with an ice pick and you could probably still win. You'll spend most of those races in first place. It's basically the mode for little kids to play and have fun on, and also for you to practice with. So after you're feeling confident that the moronic AI is awful and you want to jump into the 100cc and 150cc tracks, the computer goes from that ludicrous display to suddenly remembering that it spent its existence playing nothing but Forza, Gran Turismo, and Project Cars, and then you realize that if you're not racing your best or you're not Jeremy Clarkson, it will bend you over and it will spank you. And it also develops this uncanny ability to use the sleepy pillow and pie attacks just as you're clearing a jump, so that when it hits you, you'll lose all your momentum and fall to your demise below, being stuck in last place for the rest of your now humiliating race. It is awesome, I promise. So some unbalanced difficulty changes and a couple weird but small bugs aside, I actually had fun playing this. It's clearly meant to be played with friends, but the game is functional. There's variety to the tracks, and granted not a ton of characters, but the hats and spoilers add variety to them, and if you have kids, then they'll have fun with it even if they're bored of Mario Kart or Crash Team Racing. I will say though that after playing this, I will not judge a game by its cover just because it's from a cartoon again, because this was a pleasant surprise. And that's all I got for today, everybody. I do take review requests, so leave them in the comments if you got them, and be a buddy and subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Do you like what you see? Or did you lose a bet and have to subscribe to your most hated channel on YouTube? Do you feel sorry for me? Be sure to ding that sexy subscribe button before changing channels, as I have no shame and will take whatever I can get. Thanks again for watching.